Here at the core that Aquarius is dealing with right now. I just really feel like you guys aren't ready to take that step to go out there and really step out on faith. This is really, to me, about you having the opportunities. They're all presented there, right there in front of you, but there's a level of fear that is holding you back, and it's stemming from your past. And unless you go back and deal with that past, Aquarius, you're going to be stuck in this place of limbo. The only reason why you're not able to move forward the way you really want to move forward, especially in this relationship, especially in this new venture, I believe this is also in work, career, things of that nature, is because you're still holding on to someone who abandoned you back in the day, abandoned you at work, abandoned you in your life, abandoned you in your childhood, abandoned you in your relationship, abandoned you in your ... Whatever that abandonment is for Aquarius, that's what's holding you back. And the reason why you're not using this key to open the door and just go to what's right there waiting for you. The only reason is because you're still stuck. Welcome, Aquarius. My name is Marlena with Graceful Healing Intuitive Tarot, and this is your December 2019 general and love reading. As you guys know, we're going to start off first with your overall read, the general energies you'll be feeling for the month, and then we're going to go into your love reading, and then we will do an extended love reading over on Vimeo. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Let's keep it positive when it comes to our comments. Some of you guys know I've been Xing folk, and I will continue to X folk as necessary in order to make sure we keep it peaceful over here on Graceful Healing Intuitive Tarot. So let's get this party started right. Let's start off with your Wisdom Oracle. If you're interested in some of the decks, they are below. I have a new deck that I'm going to introduce you guys to today. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Let's get this party started right. Hey. All right. So Aquarius, we have yin and all that glitters. Yin is, of course, similar to the yin and yang. This is a spiritual aspect of what you're going through. So this is definitely in tandem with all that glitters. So the two are really about your spiritual aspect when it comes to material goods. All that glitters is normally about you having a perception about something that may not be. So this is maybe you needing to change your perception around something and maybe think of it from a higher perspective. When I say higher, I'm thinking more of like a higher vibrational perspective. So that's what your overall read is about. Let's see what the Sacred Wisdom has to say about your weekly, what we have to expect about the weekly. So we're going to start from the beginning of the month to the end of the month, what you can expect throughout the month. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, Mother Gaia. Thank you all, angels, hybrids, God, for your messages for Aquarius from the beginning to the end of the month of December. Okay. First, we have at the beginning of the month affirmations. This is about balancing out your energies. This is about you speaking what you want to happen. This again also speaks to the spirituality of your life at this point, because this is what you speak, you will manifest. This is about you changing certain things about yourself in order to manifest what you want. So this is about you changing your perspectives through your words. Your words are powerful. If you're not aware of it, let me let you know. Your words are extremely powerful. What you say, it will happen. So if you're speaking positivity into your life, then that's what will happen in your life. That's what can happen. You can change anything based on your words. So obviously, if you're doing the opposite, then the opposite may occur. So all of that to say, keep it positive. Let's see what we're expecting for around the second week of December. Okay, reflection. So this is actually the moon. This could also be about two sides of you. But again, because it's in reverse, this is letting me know that something is off balance here. So you're doing a lot of getting things back in balance this month. Okay, again, this is about you may not want to tap into your shadow side. We all have two sides of ourselves. And of course, when it comes to the yin and yang, even, you know, you don't want to be more spiritual than you are physical and vice versa. So here we have reflecting. Okay, so reflection is really about you reflecting on both sides of you. Okay, and if you notice, there's a wolf back here that's howling like, ah, ooh, you know, all out there having a good time, you know, feeling good, free. And then this one here is kind of, you know, bowing his head, like, you know, a little fearful. So, so I'm just letting you know. And also pay attention to the moon as well. This may be the times where you may start to feel a shift here, or may feel a little more sadder than usual, or whatever. So this may be the time that you need to pull out your affirmations even more so in order to bring yourself back into balance. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. Let's look into around the 3rd month for Aquarius. Okay, we have Animal Kingdom here as well, also in reverse. So the Animal Kingdom, again, is, you know, I must say, because it's in reverse, it's taking me back to this yin again. The Animal Kingdom is, to me, usually about your animal instinct. So you feeling instinctual. This is also about the red, orange chakra. This is when you're worried about what your basic needs are. But this again is in reverse, so this is letting me know this is more of that higher vibrational energy, you needing to feed into that higher vibrational energy. But we'll get a little further into this. But let me just look into the last week of the month. What are we looking for Aquarius for the last week of the month? It's a lot here. I'm just hearing perspective, perception. Okay, and then we have change that came out in reverse. So there's a lot of changes that are apparently needing to occur right now with Aquarius, but you're not in the position, nor are you ready, wanting to make this change right now. Change, you know, I was just having a conversation about this yesterday. Change can sometimes be difficult. It's not really the change that has to be made. It's just the fact of change. And if you guys have been with my channel for a while, you probably heard me say how change is only difficult because it's like your brain, you're fighting against your brain. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's a lot of fight against your brain versus your spirituality. So you're fighting against your physical, you're fighting against your flesh. That's what I'm seeing here this month. This is really, so that's why you're having to stay in this state. And if you're haven't been able to obtain affirmations by now, of course you can Google them, but you know, affirmations are like, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am ... You know, you're bringing these things into being. So you're having to speak it so it can happen upon your spiritual aspect, your spiritual life, your spiritual environment, everything that's going on around you that you don't see. You are changing the environment that you're in just simply based off of your words. So I'm really feeling like you guys really need to just continue to speak positivity over your life this month, okay, over December. You guys, some of you may be feeling alone this month as well. And again, you're never alone. You're never alone, physically or spiritually, really. I mean, you always have people around you. I'm also seeing here seeking the truth and opening up. So right now you may feel a little closed off. What are you hiding from? Honestly, this is what I'm feeling. Yeah. Okay, so there's some changes that are occurring. So some of you are moving out of one situation into another, but you're still not maybe reaching to your highest height. And I'm feeling like you need to ask Spirit, you need to, you know, go to your crown chakra, increase your vibrations to a higher spiritual aspect in order to see what is really going on. Because I'm nosy and I'm not trying to spend too much time here, but what are you moving on from? Ooh, okay, that wanted to come out. Okay. Some of you may be moving on from a Virgo. That's specific to some of you, but I'm also seeing family. But also what I'm seeing is someone who may be a bit harsh with their words, prideful. What are some of the Aquarius is moving on from, Spirit? Okay. Okay, so some of you may have already learned a lesson. Some of you may be moving on to a place of more independence, but it's like some of you are right here, maybe perhaps in the middle of this, still working on that. What are you needing to open up, or what are you closing yourself off to? What is Aquarius closing themselves off to? So action, moving forward. For some reason, you guys are kind of stuck. I'm seeing this month, and this may also have to do with a little pity for yourself, even because of maybe some of the things you've gone through because of your abandonment here in the past, maybe perhaps in dealing with a relationship also. I'm also seeing an earth sign here also. So there may be some walking away from an earth sign, or walking away from a union as well. So because you've already left that, and this is what I'm feeling like in your past, you've kind of walking away from that. You closed yourself off. You might have even closed off your heart as a result. Let me see what's going on here with this reflection. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what's going on here with this reflection. What are you having to reflect on here in the past? Let's see. So you're having a hard time pulling on. Yeah, see, by the way, this is my new Manziel Bowman deck. This is an awesome deck here. This is the Fool in reverse that popped out for you. And when it comes to your shadow side, this is a side of you that you don't show very often. And I'm feeling like you're holding back from liberating yourself, really. You know, what I'm hearing is, who let the dogs out? Woo, 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 woo. You're holding yourself back from liberating yourself due to your past. So again, that's why you're having to stay in this positive mindset, and also realize that things are better than they actually seem. Okay. Anything else for this reflection? So you're going to this next step. Oh, we have the High Priestess here in reverse too. Again, going back to that crown chakra here, you are not listening to your higher self. Your High Priestess came here in reverse. So you're not listening to your higher self. So there's a new stage of life that's occurring for everyone, to where you have to be able to listen. So it's again taking you back to this yin, that higher self, you know. Wow. Let's look into the animal kingdom here, which I do see you moving into that closer to the end of the month, but change is a little difficult. So you may be going back and forth, not quite sure how deep you should go, kind of thing, like just not quite sure. You're going to feel a little unsure of yourself sometimes. And then we have the moon that came out here as well. So again, we saw that earlier. Look into going closer to the full moon here in this next month in December. And this will be the time in which you will feel a little more comfortable coming out of your shell. Okay? You may be a little more comfortable dealing with this change, because the change is occurring. You just may be fighting against it. Okay? Because I see some of you may be fighting against judgment. You may also be fighting against a truth that you're not quite sure about at this time. Okay? So I would definitely look into that also. So I'm seeing illusions, judgment, that you may be having to face around this third week of the month. But from the spiritual aspect, I would just say, continue to do your affirmations. Continue to stay positive. Don't worry about the judgment. We have the Hierophant here too. This may be judgment from also spiritual figures, people in high spiritual authority that you may be feeling is holding back, creating illusions, things of that nature. So this is definitely you dealing with some level of spirituality this third week of the month that pertains to your feeling of discomfort and fear of judgments. Okay. Whew, goodness gracious, I'm telling you. Whew. If you guys don't know, make sure you check out, I did a 5-day workshop on mediumship, and I kind of walked through that for a while, so make sure you guys definitely look into that. That's where I learned more about my clairsentient abilities. That's where I took things to a whole nother level, working with mediumship as well as my psychic abilities. I don't call them psychic. I call them intuition because I feel as though everybody has them. But I'm also seeing here the Queen of Cups here. So that again is like you not tapping into that higher sense. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Water, is that emotional, clairsentient being, is that water sign. I also feel like she is that nurturer. She's that mother instinct. She is that motherer, that nurturer, all of that. And but not only that, she feels. She's empathic. And this is again a part of you that you just, you know, you are shying, some of you are shying away from, is what I'm hearing, okay? So you may not be communicating about this. You may not be communicating about the path that you're deciding to take at this time. So let's go ahead and move into change, and then we're going to get you guys some advice and move on to your love reading. So clarify this, change here. Okay, so change here. Change, I received the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords to me is about unsurety, even some level of deceit. You may be deceiving yourself even. This is like, you know, like I said, it's usually about deception, sneaking around, things of that nature. So, you may be giving off the perception that you haven't changed your mindset or your spirituality and things of that nature, but you have. And so you may not be showing this due to, again, this fear of judgment. And then what we also have here is the Four of Cups and the King of Cups. King of Cups, again, also intuitive and things of that nature. And then we have the Four of Cups. And Four of Cups to me is about you being bored of the same old, you know. So you may have a lack of understanding towards people who may bring forth this judgment, who may fear your change. I feel like you really definitely do want to take things to another level. So let's go ahead and get you some advice for the Aquarius for December 2019. Whew, thank you, Spirit. All right, let's get you some advice. Thank you, Spirit. All right. And again, we're going to start off here. I'm going to go into the love right after this, and then we're going to take it to another level over on Vimeo. So the advice that's popped out for you, you received quite a bit here. It says, let spirit be your guide. You received the hawk spirit. That's beautiful. You also received the white raven spirit. Trust in magic. So again, this is like you trusting in that higher self, trusting in your higher being. You also received the bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. So regardless if you fight it or not, it's happening. So just go along with the flow and be open to the infinite possibilities. The starfish spirit. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's move on to your love reading. We're going to go quickly into that a bit. And then we're going to, like I said, take it over to Vimeo. So let's see how you're feeling. We're going to look into how you're feeling, how your mate's feeling. If this portion is not for you, that's okay. Let's keep going here. Thank you, Spirit. How's Aquarius feeling this month? Okay. And how's Aquarius mate feeling this month? Okay. All right, so we got 1 for you and 2 for your mate. We received passion in reverse for Aquarius. We have allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Again, this is, I just believe that many of you are just fighting what's really happening right now. I just really feel like because you're kind of dealing with some things, and I feel like this is more internal, this may be turning off that passion that you may have for your mate, if you have a mate or if you're looking for a mate. I'm also seeing from your partner, though, we have flirt here. And it is safe for you to love. Extending your lighthearted energy to another. And then opening your heart to give and receive the highest energies of all. So you have somebody here who is flirting with you. This is someone who's trying it. They're trying it. But they may not, you may not be taking the bait right now. Let's see how you're feeling emotionally. Wow. I mean, if this does not go along with what the whole reading has been about, Do not fear the unknown. Again, this is that change, Aquarius, that's coming in, and you are just perhaps not fully on board. I'm just saying. But I'm seeing here that you're being vigilant. It's like you're trying. I feel like you're working at it. I don't feel like you don't want the change, really. I really feel like it's just hard for you to change. And I'm going to just give you the example that's coming to me, because Spirit's like, give you an example. So what it reminds me of is when you are taught to ride a bike. And you're taught to ride a bike forward. But if somebody said, you know, there's a brand new bike on the market, but you ride sideways, your brain is going to be like, what? I don't understand. Like, I know how to ride a bike. I've been riding a bike since I was 3. You know, can you do it sideways? That sounds ridiculous. You know, so your mind is the one that's going to make it harder. I want to say hurt your chances, make it more difficult for you to do it another way, because now you're having to retrain your mind. And that's what's happening this month. You're having to retrain your mind. And some of you, this is just going to feel uncomfortable for you. And I don't think it's that you don't want to change. I think many of you do want to, you know, have a higher vibrational energy, maybe tap into your empathic abilities, all these different things. But I just don't see it being easy as you hoped this month. And easy is, of course, you know, it depends upon who you are. And we also have listening to the messages of Spirit and grounding yourself. So this may be the time again to go back to what we saw earlier. Again, doing the affirmations. You know, you may actually need to sit like this and sit and pull in that energy all the way up through your crown chakra and take it back down to Mother Gaia and pull that energy back up and tap into that. It's just going to require frequent exercise. Let's see how your partner's feeling. So because you're so concerned about what you're going through, you may not be feeling that level of intimacy right now. But let's see how your partner's feeling. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Wow. It looks like some of you have partners that are already kind of trusting. They respect who they are. They respect who you are. They're at a place where they're needing to nourish their soul as well. And know that they belong in this, wherever they are. They're having to reacclimate themselves to where they are in their life right now. But I do see them showing that they care, showing love towards you, showing this connection towards you. But they may be feeling a little out of sorts, not quite sure how to fit in at this time. Maybe into this relationship, how to fit in during this time. But I'd like to look a little further into all of this. We're going to look more into your blockages in this relationship. We're going to look more into the aspects of both of you. What is really going on, what we can do to kind of help get you guys some advice, so on and so forth, over on Vimeo. Thank you guys. Blessings, love, and light. I love you. Bye-bye.